Erik Brannstrom, another one of our favorite people we like to discuss. Quote, obviously bringing him back, yes. He's finding his confidence skating as well as he skated before. He's shown he can play those minutes, so that really bodes well. So basically, everybody's coming back. There's going to be no changes going into next season. Here, Yorkie, I'm sure you're not surprised that Erik Brannstrom will be back, or at least he'll be re-signed. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. Is that your question to me? Both? Surprised?
Yeah.
What are you asking me here? Or just the comments from...
Okay, Yorkie, here, can you give me your thoughts on Erik Brannstrom, and will he be back next year? And would you like to see him as your top 6D?
Thank you for rephrasing.
Is that Erik Brannstrom calling you right now?
No, it was my daughter. I'm turning that off. First off, I'll say this about Brannstrom. I think he's played really well since Chabot's gone down and Chychrun's gone down. He's skating the puck as well as I've ever seen him skated. I was watching him. I was specifically watching him last night because I knew we were going to talk about him. When he comes around the net, his head's always up. His passing has got, not that it was poor before, but he's passing the puck with a lot more authority right now. And he's making great transition play. Yeah, he's making great transition plays. Like I really like how he's playing. I'd love to see him put up a few more points. He got a nice point on, I think it was on the game winner to Giroux. And that was another one of those transition plays through the neutral zone where he got it, and he just gets it up so quickly. So, do I like what he's doing? Absolutely. Do I think he can play in the NHL? Absolutely. Do I think he can be a top 6 in Ottawa? For sure, I do. But this is my thing with Brannstrom. He's playing this well right now because he's playing in the role that allows him to have the most success that he can have with his skill set in the NHL. And that is being a guy that plays a lot of minutes and plays to his strengths and is not playing as a number 5, number 6 defenseman. He's playing against the other team's skaters and guys that are trying to beat him with skill versus guys that are trying to dump it in and make him play harder minutes. So do I bring him back? Yeah, for sure I'd bring him back. But I'll be honest, if I'm Brannstrom, the way I'm playing right now and the way I see the Ottawa's defense making up, I don't know if I want to come back. Because here's the thing. This guy was a really confident guy before he came to Ottawa. And you heard what pro scouts were saying about him, what Dorian was saying about him. This guy, I'll tell you, believes in himself and believes that he can be a top 4 in the NHL. And when you're a top 4 in the NHL, you get paid a lot of money. Let's not forget about that. So does he want to... I know he doesn't have a lot of leverage right now, but it's going up. Does he want to sign a long-term deal? Does he want to bet on himself and just if they do offer him a long? So it'll be interesting. I will say, though, be careful when you evaluate players in these types of situations. What I mean by that is the game the other night against Tampa. Tampa wanted no part of that game. They couldn't move up or down in the standings. Last night, Carolina was playing hard, but they've already got a position solidified in the playoffs. So I still don't think Ottawa's a great fit to get the most out of Brannstrom's game. I think it's a great fit for Ottawa to have a guy like that you can plug in when one of your top 4 gets hurt. Yeah. So he's not going to be a top 4 here. He's going to be an insurance chip, a nice one to have. I still have concerns about how his game would translate into a very physical playoff series because I still see some issues in his own zone where he gets pushed off pucks. He loses battles, but his puck moving offensive game, the more he's able to do that, you don't focus on those things, that his shortcomings. But if you put him in a 5 or 6, you're going to see his shortcomings more because so there's my long-winded answer.
Yeah, I mean but if he's doing great with elevated minutes right now, and he's getting to play the role that he needs to be able to play. But when too many cooks in the kitchen, guys are going to come back next year from injuries and whatnot, and now you're looking at him as your 5, 6, or 7. And I don't know that that's the role that you want him in. So to me, he's a really nice plug and play kind of guy. I would agree with that. It's just, you have to look at him and whether he wants that or not, or he wants an opportunity to go play bigger minutes somewhere else. Right. That's certainly something that he's having conversations about right now too.
If you're a puck,
Yorkie, it is a fine to have your phone go off during the show.
I've got the volume off. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I will tell you this: as a puck moving defenseman, I got it off. When you're a puck mover, and you're sitting on the bench as a 5-6, and you got like power play, another power play, don't get on the ice for 6 minutes. Okay, get out there and go out and do your thing. It's a lot easier for the normal guy that's like a 6'2", 6'3", 5'6", to get the puck, throw it up the boards, cross-check a guy. That was a good shift. But if Brannstrom gets on the ice after 6 minutes sitting on the bench, legs are a little rusty, maybe that escape move or breakout pass isn't as crisp because he's been sitting on the bench so long. So it's just, I don't know. If I'm Ottawa, I want him. If I'm Brannstrom, it's like I said, it's he's in that tweener position right now for the Senators.